guys, this is Christine with Cards by Christine coming to you on a Tuesday for Tip Tuesday. And today I'm going to talk to you about adding little accents to your cards. Quick little things that might just put your card over the edge. Sometimes we don't always think about adding accents like little doilies to our cards. But when I did the ink, paper, scissors class last week featuring the Whimsy set, there are some really pretty snowflakes in there. And I thought, well, Carissa had recommended talking about the doilies. So I thought, well, this will be a good opportunity to talk about the doilies and the snowflakes. And I wanted to show you a couple different cards. Some of them were from last week from the class, but then I have a couple other samples I wanted to bring in. And I wanted to show you a little tip for coloring them. Just the tip is that you can color your snowflakes. So you may not think that you can do much to these things except for maybe add them behind or cut them apart and add them, but you can color them. So I'm going to show you coloring them with a blending brush and then also with a sponge dauber to give them a little extra oomph for your card. So I'll flip the camera down and we'll get right to it. Okay, so there are two different things I want to go over with you guys today. One is from the annual catalog on page 135. Excuse me, there are square vellum doilies. You get 24 of them for $5. They come in a pack like this. And I'm going to open this up and show you what they look like. But then I think I'm going to give this rest of this pack away to a lucky winner who comments in this video. And I'll do the drawing next week sometime. But just know that that one's going out the door. So square vellum doilies are here in the annual catalog. And what they're called Wonderful Snowflakes are on page 25 of the mini catalog. And you get 24 of them for $6. They're iridescent foil snowflakes, and they come in packaging like this. They're very delicate, super, super delicate. So I've got a card here that Amy Combs made. It's so pretty, and it's got a gem on the back. I just realized that. So here is an example of using that vellum doily behind to add as an accent. And so when you open up the embellish or these accents, I call them accents. You guys know my trick from last week about opening up packaging. So whoever gets this, I am going to be opening it up because I'm going to show you and color one. They're vellum. They're like a cardstock vellum. So they're not as flimsy as the snowflakes. But you can color vellum. Just know vellum is kind of like this more waxy, non-porous, so color won't adhere to it really well. It might want to smear off. So, but just adding a little vellum doily, well, what do you do with the vellum doily? You add it. You add depth and you add character to your card. You can cut them in half. Like I picture a little napkin, like put a little piece of paper behind, and you can make it look like a napkin with or a tablecloth. There's that What's Cooking set. So you just add accents and embellishments with these things, accents. The snowflakes now, they are very flimsy and you have to be very delicate with them. You get these extra pieces like this, and you guys, I do save a lot of stuff. So look at this, these pretty, they're iridescent, like holographic paper. One side is just white. That's the cut side that will take the color. This side won't so much. It's very glossy. But you guys, if you love snowflakes and you want to die cut snowflakes, this is the paper that you could die cut snowflakes out. So don't throw away your scraps, you know. Sometimes you think, oh, I'm going to throw away the scraps. I don't need them, but you might get use out of them. So these, you have to be very delicate and gentle with them while you pop them out of their outer edge here. And we'll stick that right back there. There's a nice, I had one that's already started back there. Oh, well. So all these guys are going to go back in here because I'm going to I have a Christmas card swap coming up this weekend. I should make a card with snowflakes on it and use up all these scraps. Oh my goodness, that's such a good idea. Okay, so here's the snowflake. And you guys, if you recall from class last week, we made this card. In this case, what I did is I cut it in half and had the snowflake coming out both ends. Just adds a little bit. This one, you got to see the whole snowflake, and part of it was exposed at the top and part at the bottom, but it adds that iridescent-y look. This one, I put the whole one at the top and had just the top corner peeking out like that. Now here's a couple samples. This one came from Kathy Miller, extraordinary stamper, and she put one as the focal image right in the center here with a little tag. And then this one came from Lori Krause, and she had those encircled dies, and then she put the snowflake right behind it just to add a little bit. Diane and I are also doing a class coming up next month for ink, paper, scissors. I'm trying to find it really quick. And we added a snowflake to the card here. So this is coming up for Let's Just Stamp next month. There's a whole snowflake with it peeking out. So just to add accents to your cards. Now, the thing I wanted to tell you, a tip for coloring, I would definitely not color that shimmery glossy side. You would definitely want to do the other side. But you guys, you could make any color snowflake you want now. So you could use blending brush, you could use a sponge dauber. I'm gonna go for blue, and I grabbed Misty Moonlight because Balmy Blue might be just a little too light to add color, but this, you could also use it as a stencil, kind of put this over the area that you want to add the image to, and when you remove this piece of paper, you're gonna have an area exposed, like, so wherever the snowflake is, you're not gonna have the color. So you'll get like the reverse image. Okay, so let's keep going here. And we're making ourselves a pretty blue snowflake. I would have done purple, and I did grab my purple pad because I think we're gonna do purple on the doily just to see. So you guys, with sponging and coloring, you can add as much or as little color. Keep going darker if you want it darker. But I go in, oh, there I lost my, there, we'll put it right back. So, oh, just like that. So here you go. So here's my tip, is to color your snowflake. Isn't that cool? I thought I was gonna do that. You guys could create a super cool background by doing that, having the reverse of it. Oh my gosh, so cool. Okay, so here's the one side. You have a nice like blue snowflake. So you could add that to your card, and then I know you're covering up the holographic side, but hey, you're getting a blue snowflake out of it. So you guys, I want to see some cards made with that kind of technique right there. Okay, so now that was the Misty Moonlight. So I went with a darker blue for that because I knew that I've tried to color with Balmy Blue. It's too light. So the other thing is with the doily here, it's vellum. It's not as, so this is kind of more this is porous on this side. So it like the pores of the paper kind of like take in the color. Where vellum, not so much. It doesn't take on the color. I mean, it'll take it on, but you have to like let it dry, I think, too. This also could create this really cool negative image if you are going for something like that. But I'm going to use my sponge dauber here. I probably should have picked a little bit better area on the paper. I'm going to end up going really close to the edge here. And you guys, you could do light, you could do dark, make an ombre effect, but this color can get added to your doilies. And I'm trying not to move it so that we can see a really cool reverse negative image, however you want to call it. You guys, I picked purple because it is one of my favorite colors, and I just wanted to see a purple doily. So, all right. How is that looking? I think it's looking great. So now you have a purple doily. Really hard to tell that that's purple, though. But when you hold it up to the light with a white piece of paper, you can see you've just created a purple doily, and it actually took color on the back side. It came that you can see through it, and it doesn't smear off. Like, it's not gonna go all over the place, where if you would add color to this side right here, it would just smear around. So we've made ourselves some colored doilies, our snowflakes and doilies. And then let's look at the reverse here to see what that, so you could create your own background image with that too. Very, very cool. So, all right. Well, let's look at these cards one more time. Here's a beautiful card for wintertime. It's made with the Snowflake Wishes stamp set. And she put the blue on the inside, and we've got, this is the whimsy, you guys. So just know you can add these little snowflakes. You can add doilies to your cards, and it just will help put them over the edge. One more layer is always good in my book. I love layering, and I love popping things up. And so these doilies and the snowflakes are a great way to add a little accent to your card. So, all right, I hope you go out and get some, or if you already have them, I hope you use them and color them. Make something pretty with them. All right, lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you guys. See you later. Bye.